Thank you for tuning into We Believe Digital. We are designed to inspire. You are now tuning into the Soil Conservation Connection.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Soil Conservation Connection. I'm your host, Deidre Perry, and the next 3 episodes, we're going to go and take a deep dive into all things composting. That's right, all things composting, from the science behind composting and how it impacts soil conservation to how it also affects soil health. We're going to talk about soil erosion and degradation, the link between composting and soil nutrients. We're going to get into how composting can be implemented into your everyday life and also what it will look like as with our future. You see how hot it is, and no one can deny climate change, and we know that our world is changing. We're going to even deep dive into how composting can affect climate change for the positive, or how it could not if we don't practice it. All of that and more on this episode. Plus, we're going to review some of our past episodes. Make sure we're giving you conservation tips for the day and helping you to be the very best conservationist that you can be. Please note this episode of the Soil Conservation Connection is produced by New South Development and Training. It's broadcast through We Believe Digital Studios, and it is sponsored by the United States Department of Agriculture. We tell them thank you every chance we get because agriculture is so important to our everyday life. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to give you the definition of composting so that you know what we're talking about and what that means to you. Thank you for tuning in to the Soil Conservation Connection. I'll see you in just a moment.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today? At Earth Blend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earth Blend Coffee. To order, visit earthblendcoffee.co now.
So just what is composting? You're about to find out. If I were to give you the definition, I would let you know that it is the natural process of recycling organic matter like food scraps and yard waste. And when you recycle those things, it becomes a nutrient-rich substance called compost. It's essentially speeding up the natural decomposition process by providing an ideal environment for microorganisms to break down organic materials. Results soil that is nutrient dense to improve your gardens and to promote plant growth. Welcome back. You saw the Earth Blend Coffee commercial. I want to encourage you to go over to earthblendcoffee.co. You will not regret it. It is some excellent coffee, and it will save you time and money at Starbucks, and you will not regret it. earthblendcoffee.co. Treat yourself. As well, when we came back, we were given the definition of composting. And basically, we're talking about the process by which organic materials are broken down and then the nutrients that come from that are absorbed by the soil. So that breaking down process, we have the soil heating up. Soil gets really hot. It's neat to watch if you're actually at a composting bin to see the chemical reaction. But that soil is breaking and decomposing all of that down into something called humus. And humus is just basically that word for what that material turns into when all of the microorganisms like the bacteria, fungi, and worms are breaking it down. And as it turns into this humus, the nutrients are then absorbed by the soil and able to pass it on, like I said, to the plants or the trees or whatever vegetation is growing in it. So composting is really important to getting us some really good soil. Our plants take that nutrient and it helps them to grow a lot faster. Our vegetation grows a lot faster when it has nutrients such as compost. Now, that's not the only reason why we like it, because we get food out of it. Like I said, we use our soil to do a lot of things that we don't even realize we're using it to do. We use it to breathe. So that really rich soil, it is able to feed, like I said, the vegetation that we grow for food, but also it nurtures the trees that process the carbon dioxide that we put out and then gives us O2, oxygen, what we need to breathe. So we definitely want some nutrient-rich soil because we want some really good air. And our soil, when it is filled with nutrients, the trees go better. It's able to filter out more, and it helps us, like I said, to breathe. Thirdly, we know that soil also filters out our water. So really rich soil is able to absorb water, filter it out. And that's something that we're drinking water. We want to conserve water from the rains. We want all of the acidity and toxicity out of the water. Well, our soil helps to do that. And by composting, what you're doing is helping to make the soil stronger, to make it richer. Not only are you doing that for the soil, but you're also helping to reduce a carbon footprint. Those things that you would just typically throw out when you're cutting up your vegetables or throwing out your newspaper or breaking down your cardboard boxes. Those things could actually feed our soil, but a lot of the times they end up in landfills. And so when you decide to compost, not only are you helping the soil, but you're also reducing your carbon footprint. And that is a very good thing. Isn't that what Martha Stewart says? A very good thing. And so that's something that we want to be implementing in our everyday lives as we can. And it's very simple. In fact, I'm going to show you a quick video on some people who just have little small composting bins in their kitchens. I'm also going to give you a clip where you can see the soil heating up through the decomposition process. Take a look.
Food scraps, newspaper, cardboard, and a host of other materials can be used in composting. It's something that can be done easily in your own home, and it is definitely something you will want to teach your kids.
The heat generated in a compost pile is a result of the metabolic activity of microorganisms breaking down organic matter. As these microorganisms digest the organic matter, the exothermic reaction heats up the pile. The compost heat acts like a blanket to keep the heat in and can quickly reach temperatures of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature of a hot compost pile usually ranges from 120 degrees Fahrenheit to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This heat is produced by thermophilic bacteria, which thrive in hot temperatures and play a crucial role in breaking down proteins, fats, and complex carbohydrates into simpler compounds.
Composting improves soil by enriching it with nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It helps to retain moisture, which is crucial for preventing soil erosion, especially in drought-prone areas. It helps us to produce healthier vegetation and trees.
I hope you enjoyed those videos. I thought they were very interesting and would kind of give you a visual of what we're talking about when we're talking about the decomposition process and composting. Also, you saw that clip, how easy it is to just do in your kitchen. To take your scraps, put them in a small container, and then make sure that they're going into the soil instead of the garbage can. Composting directly improves our soil because it's enriching the quality of our soil by providing it with nutrients. And as you saw in the video, these nutrients contain nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. But there's so much more. Healthy soil, like we said, is crucial to plant life. It's crucial to drought-prone areas because it helps to prevent soil erosion. And as we're talking, we've had a few episodes, so we know that soil erosion is the bad guy, and that's what we're really trying to prevent through soil conservation. Here's a quick statistic, and I think I've mentioned this in some other shows, but did you know that soil erosion and degradation is such a major issue? 33% of the world's soil, that's a third of the world's soil, has been eroded. And this percentage is increasing every year. We have a loss of topsoil, which contains the vital nutrients needed for plants that gets washed away. And like we talked about climate changes, it's intensifying. We're seeing more extreme weather events like heavy rainfalls that wash away that topsoil. That's where the nutrients are. So we really want to take composting serious. It's something easy to do, but it really, really helps with our soil. And like I said, this is the Soil Conservation Connection. We're trying to be soil conservationists, and we're going to help you do that the best way that you can. I want to wrap it up right before I go to our soil tip of the week by saying that composting isn't just a trend, and I know that it might not be the most exciting topic in the world, but it is fundamental in the practice of soil conservation. By enriching our soil with compost, we're not only making it more fertile, but we're also helping to prevent, like I said, the erosion and degradation. We're going to keep talking about compost. In fact, on our next 2 episodes, we're going to be really getting down and dirty, talking about the dirt. We're going to talk about how this composting can be implemented in your everyday life, as I gave you an overview on the basics of composting. We're going to get a little bit further into how you can really make it an everyday practice. And also in our upcoming episodes, we're going to talk about what to compost and what not to compost. The benefits of composting, and when you add the wrong things, the detriment that it can do. So I want you to stay tuned. We're going to keep talking about how you can be the best soil conservationist you can be. And here is your soil conservation tip for the day.
And here is your soil conservation tip of the week.
To conserve soil at home, plant vegetation with deep fibrous roots like grass and shrubs. This anchors the soil to prevent it being washed or blown away by rain and wind.
Plant vegetation. Seedling planting vegetation is like giving soil a security blanket. It plays a powerful role in keeping it healthy and in place. Here's how. ## herb vegetation superpowers in soil conservation. Erosion control *. Roots bind soil particles together, reducing runoff and preventing erosion from wind and water. Water absorption *. Plants slow down rain impact and help water seep into the ground, reducing surface flow and the washing away of topsoil. Improve soil structure *. Root systems break up compacted soil and promote air pockets, helping soil stay loose and fertile. Organic matter *. Fallen leaves and decomposed plant material add nutrients, making soil richer and more resilient. Cover protection *. Ground cover plants shield soil from direct sunlight, rain splash, and harsh wind, all of which can break soil down. Habitat for microbes *. A thriving plant life supports bacteria, fungi, and insects that enhance nutrient cycling and maintain healthy soil balance. Bonus insight. In large-scale agriculture, conservation techniques like planting cover crops, e.g., clover, rye, between harvests can massively reduce erosion and restore soil health.
I hope you caught that conservation tip for the day and you actually take it into practice. We thank you so much for tuning in to the Soil Conservation Connection, where we're here trying to do our best to stop soil erosion, to teach you how to be the very best you can be as it relates to being a soil conservationist, and to doing what we can for our planet. Next week, like I said, we're going to continue on our talk with composting. I hope you got something out of this episode, and I'm so grateful that you came to learn with me about soil conservation here on the Soil Conservation Connection. Join us next week. Again, thank you.
Thank you for tuning into the Soil Conservation Connection. Be sure to tune in next week for more on conserving our soil.
We Believe Digital Podcast Studios, where we are designed to inspire. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Roku. Also, if you enjoy our content, sure to share and subscribe.